principal character.
I am Marion the Cat number 2, on my second life now.
So the principals, there's more.
9 lives or what, however you say.
You're very nearly
Hello,
dead.
look, a dog.
He's lucky, of course, because he can do a decent approximation of his own voice.
Yes, yes, I can.
Mine's voiced by a proper lady, so I can't.
It sounded a bit husky.
Yes, I'm not a husky, I'm an Afghan. But one of the new...
These are all very, very funny jokes.
Yes.
Yes.
These are in the big
This
Mongrels
person
joke.
is just taking lots of photos and not looking at me. He's taking photo of himself now. Gee, he didn't smile.
One of the developments we've got, which is nice for Destiny this year, is her arms are interchangeable. So we've still got the live hands from last year, so I can still be live-handed if I want to be, and you know, and eat a bonio and do all that stuff and have a live hand. But I can also, for some nice quick comings in and sort of turning around and some sharp movements that I couldn't do last time quite so effectively when you're double-handed.
Yes.
We've got rodded arms as well, which makes it nice. We mix and match, so we use both.
You have
quite handy
lovely
in this series
arms.
as well, because we've got scenes with
She
lots
has
of
lovely
characters,
arms.
and there's only 7 of us in the department, so usually Destiny is a 2-handed puppet.
That's right.
Because we have to have an assistant puppeteer do the other hand for Rich. So actually it makes it a lot easier because Destiny then becomes a 1-person puppet, and everyone else can sort of jump on whatever's needed.
Oh, Panasonic.
Yes. We're lucky in this series where
We are very lucky,
series,
aren't we?
We are lucky, Nelson. We've got doubles of all of the principals now.
Twins.
Which is great because it means that we can actually redress them at times if we've got rigs coming up. So like Destiny gets hit by a bus in this series. So we had to do a huge rig where she was very bandaged and like fur sort of everywhere. Marion decides to get into a washing machine at some point this series. So
basically stupid.
we've had to sort of
thick.
fluff him up with extra fur to go on top of him. So actually having two puppets of the same character is just really handy because it means that we can do big rigs on the other one and then...
This is a new fox. Talk about the fox.
The new fox, he appears as
Silver fox.
a character called Silver Fox in... I can't remember what episode it is, but Nelson's assigned to assassinate some German beagles who are Nazis from World War II. And Silver Fox is sort of a bit like Q from Bond. Vince is also in on the sort of agent.
What's his name again? Agent...
Who?
Vince.
Vince.
Yeah, what's his
Yeah,
name?
Vince. I can't. Oh God, I can't say it. I can't say it in front of
You can
fans.
say it.
Can I
Not
say
on
it?
camera, you can't say it.
I can't say it. You'll guess which word Vince has chosen for his code name. Vince's favourite word. So yeah, he appears as Silver Fox, and then he's been redressed a couple of times actually. So Vince gets married this series as well. So he appeared as like an elderly father to the bride.
Oh, this is interesting. That's Destiny from the pilot. The third pilot, whatever you call it.
Yeah,
Nice
the one.
pilot.
Yeah.
And then, so that's Destiny from Series 1. And then behind you is Destiny from Series 2. Series 3.
Not yet.
And then, those two are identical. This is Marion's Siamese bride, and she's a man,
No, she's a ladyboy.
a lady boy. Terrible NPC. And he married her, but he was too drunk to remember how he married her. Is that right?
Yeah, we do a sort of a pastiche of the Hangover. So it's New Year's Eve, and everyone wakes up on New Year's morning and can't remember what's happened. So the whole episode is spent trying to retrace the steps.
And she says,
And this character just turns up and
says,
declares that,
Marion, I want foot lub.
and lives in the bin with Marion. So yeah, that's our
And that's a brand new cat for this series.
Thai bride. And we use the same fur on her that we do on the principals. So we use a special fur that's imported from America, and then it gets dyed. And it's got like a two-way stretch to it, but it's all natural fibres. So
Is that NFT?
yes, NFT.
You've done your homework.
You've done your homework.
That rat stole my Bombay mix! Compromise! I'll let you keep the little dried peas, deal? What if my head would fit through that pipe? Tara, breathe, please. Why are you filming this? Oh, look at you. You are loving it, aren't you? Quick.
The thing I find most amazing is 7 of our finest firemen and women worked through the night to set you free. Then just gave up.
Don't suppose anyone's got AA membership.
I know, Marion. How much that tire cost?
Well, Callie, it is a lightweight alloy. I believe it retails somewhere in the region of 2.
Yeah. Does that take into account inflation? Ha! Bow! Brak, brak, brak! Disrespect! Owned, gutted, served, played, bitch slap! You got schooled, bitch! Okay, I'm done.
Yes, you've got to laugh. But when you're alone, you've got to cry.
The M25, often thought of as circular, has a small gap at Dartford Tunnel.
Does?
The M11 has no junctions 1, 2 or 3.
It doesn't.
The M6, Preston Bypass, was the first stretch of motorway in the UK.
It was?
Alas, due to poor drainage, it wasn't able to cope with the sustained volume of traffic.
It wasn't.
There's only one recorded instance of a fatality caused by a flying cat's eye.
There is?
There's no M7.
There isn't? Wow! Who knew the highways and byways could be so enchanting?